Well, Corvus is in the
Coltaine
blast
is...
zone.
True.
Sometimes a leader has to make the hard choices, such as who dies and who doesn't die.
Our fearless leader.
Absolutely. So Coltaine calls out in a fairly loud voice, "Can everybody hear me?"
Massimo calls back, yes.
Winter calls back, "Yes."
Rek calls
we hear
back,
him?
yes. Rek calls back, no.
Can we? Like, there's no...
Yes.
I would assume that you would tell us. Yeah, okay. So Nima calls out, yep.
Alright then, Coltaine calls out. On the count of 3, place your objects into the center of the circles. 1, 2, 3!
And we do so, or I do so.
And Winter does
Yeah,
as I
we all
said,
do
you have
so.
to be standing on one of those squares in order to reach into the center and place it there.
Oh,
Alright.
Ah, someone failed.
So the last moment
Sorry,
Nima
I
jumps onto
assumed
it
I
and
should
places
be-
it.
Yes.
As the Drogans plus friends place their objects simultaneously onto the circles immediately glow brilliantly, as well as the object they're in. The object disappears. Then all the doors in the area simultaneously bang open, all the wooden doors. And from somewhere beyond comes a roar that echoes throughout the complex. Roll initiative.
I knew we should not have done this.
Well,
So
I
the
guess we got a
alternative
+2.
was...
You know, go find the slaves as we were supposed to.
This is how we find them.
Well, to be fair, you searched every other room in here, and this is where the slaves are supposed to be. So, I suppose you could have gone back to town and gotten a battering ram to try that stone door.
Or we could have pulled all our gold together and hired like a really high level cleric or sorcerer and, you know, bash the door open or something.
Or
with
pulled
a
all your
spell.
gold and bought some new slaves.
Yeah!
This isn't my uncle. We bought you a new one.
Hello
Hey,
there,
cool.
Sonny!
Rek gets an initiative of 4. That's a 1,
Wait,
ladies
are
and
we
gentlemen.
rolling initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do we get a bonus from you if we don't see you? Like, is it because you're around, or...
Yeah,
Is it
I
You
don't...
have to see
yeah.
and hear me.
So you
Oh,
can hear
he
him,
can
but
hear
you
you.
cannot see him.
15. Damn,
Corvus
almost.
gets 24.
That's right, Winter will inspire himself. Well, Coltaine will inspire himself.
So to be clear, all the doors that banged open are the ones within the proving grounds. So not these here, not the stone door, all the wooden doors inside. They'll be seen to still be closed, some of them, just because I don't feel like taking the time to go in and manually move every door, but they're all open.
The ones that we closed at the pillars as well?
Down here, no. So not the doors leading into the Hall of the Howling Pillars, or the Hall of Mirrors, or the Hall of Blood.
I see.
So Winter gets a total of 12, and Coltaine gets a total of 26.
Show off.
It's
'Cause he wasn't
apparently
busy.
a lot. No, it's when you're not busy inspiring other people, you can pay more attention to yourself.
Apparently. Alright, so... Round 1, Coltaine is up first.
Coltaine grips his halberd nervously and calls out, "Everyone! Come to the south of the central chamber, as quickly as you can. I sense something bad is about to happen."
You think?
And then he moves a few feet to his south and waits. He does nothing.
Does he prepare something?
No, you know what? He'll go into total defense.
Corvus.
Corvus follows the leader's call.
Corner.
What? Which? Where? And he stays there because from there he has a good angle to shoot into the middle room and on both sides. And that's it.
Coltaine and Corvus can hear the flapping of great wings coming from their north, echoing up that 15-foot by 15-foot pit that descended down into nothingness.
Ah, crap. How high is the ceiling?
15 feet.
Okay.
We're putting some size limits on it.
No, more like seeing if it can fly, how much higher it can get, right? Because, I mean, if it goes up like 40 feet, I'm pretty sure Coltaine's halberd can't reach that high.
Hey. Don't insult Coltaine's halberd.
I'm
He can
sorry.
throw it. No, it fell down the pit.
Corvus, go get it. Okay. So I did say over, right?
Yeah, that you did. And emerging from the pit,
A flying orangutan? I was close, right?
well, close. If by orangutan you meant a dragon. Green scaled, the dragon flies up, turns to look at you. You can see its face is scarred. Its wingspan is enough to fit within, it's about overall the size of a horse, plus the wings. So it's clearly not an older dragon, but you can see it's got scars around its face. One of its eyes is well, when you got a scar across the eye and it's sort of milky.
Badass looking.
All right, badass
okay.
looking, fine. That's if that's the appropriate term. You can see it has some holes in its wings.
Wait, if it has holes in its wings,
Small
how
holes.
is it able?
Like perhaps arrow holes.
I expected you to say, oh, and he also has like a helicopter
A jetpack,
contraption
yes.
over in the back.
Actually,
It's
Dragon
like, yes.
Commander is a video game production where you fly a dragon that wears a jetpack or has a jet booster on it. Anyway, so the dragon sees you.
And it says, you want a scone?
Dave, I revoke your speaking privileges.
And it swoops at you. Flying over as it attacks Coltaine without provoking an opportunity attack. If Corvus is wielding a melee weapon, Corvus is not wielding a melee weapon though, correct?
Well, longbow.
Correct.
The dragon
So it's
swoops down to try to bite Coltaine, but Coltaine ducks out of the way. It then continues its flight.
Aw, what the hell?
And flies into the room in which Rekt finds himself.
I called map hack.
I call flying dragon.
Flying dragon wings.
And the dragon then tries to claw Rekt.
What?
It claws into Rekt twice for 6 and 9 damage. So a
Nuts.
total of 15. Rekt down to, what, 27 out of 48?
Yeah. And where did my action points go? I had 2 action points and now I have 0 for some reason.
I don't know. Did you take... You didn't take an extended rest.
No, I took short rests. Like, Corvus has 2, but Rekt doesn't for some reason. In fact, his milestone is gone too. His surge is still 5 out of 10 though.
I'll just add that milestone back. Meanwhile, the dragon's tail is thrashing around and Rekt feels as though if he doesn't move on his turn, that tail is going to hit him.
Dave, it's because you never took the milestone before. And I think you used your action point during the last battle.
Yeah. To run out of there.
In the meantime,
Coming
Coltaine
from...
calls out, "By the gods! A dragon! Massimo, an evil beast! We need your help!"
Coming from the northeast-ish, you can hear the twang of a... Sorry, northwest. You can hear the twang of a bow, and you can hear Massimo grunt in pain.
No, Massimo, forget about them, help us.
Suddenly, the blue liquid in this room begins swirling into a vortex.
Aw, man, this is not fair.
The vortex swirls out and tries to grab Rekt. Rekt manages to dodge out of the way. Nima.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is not a good place to be, so Nima shall head towards the dragon. Sort of, I guess. Maybe that's not a good place to be either.
So as soon as Nima steps there, so again, here, these are all bones, basically collections of skeletons chained to the ground, you know, prisoners that were here, that died, and were just left there. As Nima steps there,
dear.
the bones reach out, claw out for her, try to grab her.
I see.
But Nima
What
leaps
does that-
over that.
Over the first one?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not really sure where I've landed at this point.
So you're still here. You can keep moving now. As you step there, these try to grab you. And these do manage to grab Nima, wounding her for 8 damage and holding her in place.
Gosh darn it. 8?
8 damage. Nima down to 37 out of 54. So that was your move action got interrupted. So you've used 1 move action. You still have 2 standards and a minor. An escape attempt is a move action, I want to say.
And if I don't escape,
Then you're
you
still
can't
grabbed.
move.
I see. And what would it need for me to try to escape?
Athletics or acrobatics, I believe.
That's correct. And it is a move action. So it's a move action, and then you can shift as part of the action.
I see. Alright. So I've done a move, and I've got 2 standards, so I'll try to move.
So you're trying to escape?
Yes.
Roll it.
So that's a 14.
Nima tries to wrestle herself free, but just fails. So it's either acrobatics or athletics. That's what Nick said, right? You can choose
Yeah.
either
Yep.
or.
Yeah, well, the alternative was 2, so I went with the other one.
I don't know why I pegged you for an acrobatics kind of person. So you can still try one more
That
time.
is acrobatics.
So oh, I was reading athletic. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, I'll try again. $20.
And with that, Nima is free. She can now shift 1 square. And she's left with a minor action.
I'm not really sure what use that is right now.
You don't have to use it.
Dave is nervously biting his nails.
Yeah, I'll just end it at that.
So back in the room with Wintier, these 2 Minotaur statues here, one of them lets out a terrifying roar. Wintier is stricken with terror.
Same old, same old. What's the difference?
So Wintier is compelled to run. So that would be, let's see. In total, Wintier can run, was it 9 times 3?
Yeah, if he's running, it's 9.
So what, 27 squares?
Yep.
Coltaine and Corvus see Wintier just run by, petrified, running at full speed.
That's convenient. I was gonna put Winter there anyway.
Coltaine, Corvus can then hear a sound, a very strange sound coming from the northeast, like this roiling sound, difficult to describe, almost with a subtle crackling of lightning and a rumble of thunder. And uh-oh, did my computer freeze?
That would explain why something came down the corridor and then disappeared.
Yes, I appear to have lost my mouse.
Disconnect and reconnect.
No, I got it back. I just don't know where the object went.
It's in the wall!
This is peculiar. Where did it go?
It's possible that when you lost your mouse, the last, like, signal it gave might have jerked the mouse, like... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was about 500 feet to the east.
It's a giant S!
Well, what it is actually is a sphere. A black sphere. Seemingly of energy. There's sparks of purple lightning crackling around it, and it has spikes protruding from it. And suddenly, now, you might not remember, but when I first described this corridor, I said there were
Right, the thing on the
tracks.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sphere turns the corner.
There were what? On the floor?
Tracks. Like markings, as if something had been scraping along them.
Precisely.
Huh.
Let me guess, we take a gazillion damage.
Can I guess it taking 0 damage? Because that would be way more awesome.
The sphere rolls over both Corvus and Coltaine. They take 12 damage. And despite being rolled over by a giant spiky ball of death, this sphere of doom, they manage to pick themselves back up and stand up. Just with 12 fewer hit points. So Corvus at 36 out of 48, Coltaine at 34 out of 55.
Okay. Corvus states the obvious. We need to get out of this corridor.
Thank you, Corvus, for your valuable input. I'll take it into consideration.
Thank you, noble leader. I shall wait for your decision.
It has come to my attention that we should get out of the hallway. Especially you, Winter, as there is a rolling ball of doom hurtling towards you, but currently not at you.
Indeed, it seems Winter is just managing to outpace that Sphere of Doom for now, but it's clearly moving faster than any of you can move. You hear more twangs coming from the northwest, and Massimo grunt in pain some more. And wrecked.
Rek yells out, "Dragon!" And then he hastily retreats out of the door, provoking attacks of opportunity. That doesn't provoke like 5 attacks of opportunities, does it?
Well,
Single
it does,
creature
but
is
he can only
allowed
yeah.
2.
Okay, that's
So
good.
it tries to bite. Wrecked. And the dragon does bite into the cleric for 10 damage, and Wrecked can feel himself poisoned. He'll be taking 5 ongoing poison damage, save ends. Wrecked down to 17 out of 48. That ends round 1. You can then hear a sound coming from the
Whoa,
east.
whoa, whoa.
Oh,
I'm not
sorry,
done.
go ahead, my bad. You didn't finish your turn, yeah. 1 move,
Yeah.
you still have a lot of actions left.
So Rekt reaches there and sees the ball of whatchamacallit, right?
Yep.
Everything's whatchamacallit with you.
So the doors to the south are still closed, right?
That they are.
And he sees that. Oh no, wait, he doesn't see to the east. No, wait, he does see to the east. Whatever. Yeah, he says, to the south. So
I've taken it into consideration, and I agree.
So that is my second move. Oh, I really don't know if I should heal myself just yet.
There are skeletons here. They're holding me down. Just so you know.
No, I'm gonna keep moving down a bit more. Actually no, I'll go to total defense. And that's it.
And roll the save.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, as we move into round 2, you can start to hear a sound coming from the east. The sound of great gears turning, sort of clank, 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 clank. And Coltaine and Corvus can start to see these stone doors very slowly beginning to slide open. So, Wrecked saved, correct?
He rolls and saves.
Alright, round 2, Coltaine. Just got steamrolled by this doom sphere.
He calls out, "To the southern corridor!" And he goes down towards the southern corridor.
So just so you know, these bones hurt.
Poor Nima.
We cannot see in any of these individual rooms. They all possess their own dangers. I'm concerned what might happen if we're all in one spot facing a dragon.
All separate, but all facing a dragon doesn't seem like a good idea either.
However, I can see the dragon now. I can hit it from the ground, right?
Yep.
From one space away.
Don't go in there, Rekt says.
It's a dragon!
I'll take it into consideration, he screams, as he charges the green dragon.
That's an interesting catchphrase.
Only for today. So I can hit it from one space away as per usual.
Absolutely.
Coltaine charges into the room, swinging his halberd at the dragon. That's a 27 for 18 damage.
Coltaine's halberd bites